Good day, students. Today we will learn about the time, and this is 1 o'clock. You will see that the short hand points to number 1 and the long hand points to number 12. 1 o'clock. This is 2 o'clock. Short hand on number 2, long hand pointing to number 12. That is 2 o'clock. This is 3 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 3 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 3 o'clock. This is 4 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 4 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 5. The long hand is pointing to number 12. 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 6 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 7 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 8 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 9 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 10 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. The short hand is pointing to number 11 and the long hand is pointing to number 12. 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Both the short hand and the long hand are pointing to number 12. 12 o'clock. Understand? Very good. God bless you. Activity 1 for K3 EIP. Trace, write the missing time and tell the time. Example, 1 o'clock. So you just trace the number. Next one is, what time is it? Okay, so the shorthand is pointing to number 2. You will write 2. And then you write the colon. And then copy like this one from 1 o'clock. 2 zeros. It means the long hand is pointing to number 12. And it reads 2 o'clock. The next one is 3 o'clock. How about the next one? What time is it? Shorthand on number 4. So you will write number 4. And then the colon. And then the long hand points to number 12. So we will write 0 and another 0. That is 4 o'clock. Then you will do the same thing from here until here. After you finish writing, you will color the clock. So I will choose red. Okay. You can choose any color that you like, okay? Okay. So now I colored it from 1 o'clock. And then you have to finish until 12 o'clock. Okay, very good. God bless you. Activity 2 on EIP. Our topic is time. So you can see that we gave you a package paper plate with numbers from 1 to 12. And then this one will be your hands for the clock. We have the short hand and the long hand. So you have a pin here. Look at the back. Okay. So you have to close it properly. And then you have to insert from the hole. we have a hole here. Okay, put it properly. It's quite hard. Maybe you can ask your mother or father or anyone who is older than you, okay? Look at the back, okay? And then you will make it wider, okay? So make sure it's quite loose, not too tight, so you can move. You can test, okay? Okay, you can test if you can move around. Okay. So after you put that, you can trace also 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After you trace everything, you can color. So example 1, maybe I'll choose yellow. Okay. Any color will do. So you will have a guide. Then you can look at your copy. On your paper that says the time. For example, 1 o'clock. So where is 1 o'clock? Shorthand on 1, longhand on 12. Okay? You have to test everything until 12 o'clock. Shorthand on 12 and then longhand on 12. Okay? Very good. God bless you.